Hey everyone, Meteorologist Emery here in the Fox 19 First Alert Streaming Center. Running a little bit behind here because the clock was wrong in the studio. Threw me off. But hey, we're here. It's our 10:15 weekend weather show, available wherever you stream, including on YouTube, including on Facebook with the Fox 19 Facebook page, as well as my Facebook page at Ethan Emery WX. And I just realized I forgot my phone. So if you have any comments or questions, go to the Fox 19 Facebook page. I'll be happy to answer those as we move along here with the First Alert forecast. Now, I'm in the process of doing a bunch of event graphics. That way, Meteorologist Erin Ashley has got a bunch of things that she can talk about, because this forecast, in a good sense, is kind of boring, because it's looking dry, it's looking warm, really warm, and then we do have some storm chances going into next weekend. But this afternoon is looking very, very nice. So let's go ahead and jump along to that right now. And we'll see here that we've got a lot of nice conditions out there here this midday and this afternoon. So the warmest day of the First Alert forecast is now Friday. I believe it was Friday yesterday already, but we've cranked the temperatures up a notch, because data is really suggesting that this ridge of high pressure is going to really bring in that warmer air. Right now, here's a live look on our Newport Levee camera. Some nice sunshine, and the Fox 19. It's a Newport Levee camera looking towards the Queen City. 40 degrees here this hour. I got my cup of coffee as I promised yesterday. With the daylight saving time beginning, I did not get much sleep last night. Partially because somebody was beating on my door at midnight. That was a little scary. Don't know who it was. Didn't even want to check. But that woke me up from a deep sleep, so I had a hard time going back to sleep. And then waking up at 4:30 to come in here to get stuff prepped up for the 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. newscasts here at Fox 19. So coffee has been needed. 40 degrees. Again, it's pretty nice out there here this midday. And here's here's our look on our Turfway Park camera. Again, a lot of blue skies out there, and no horses out there this morning. But you can see some of the planes there. These are some of the DHL planes over towards CVG. I believe this is the cargo side of the CVG airport. So you see a lot of shipping planes coming in and whatnot. And again, temperatures right now in the low 40s. And here's a view of all four of our cameras here. Mount Auburn, looking off to the north and east towards Walnut Hills. You got the tower camera located at South Fairmount looking towards downtown. And again, all of them looking at a lot of sunshine. Now, the tower camera does show some of those high, thin clouds, which are for areas south of the Ohio River. But most of the tri-state dealing with a lot of sunshine. And we'll continue to see a lot of sunshine going into this afternoon. And hey, maybe you're going to be heading off to Findlay Market. And if you're heading out there this midday and afternoon, right now, upper 30s, low 40s. By noon, we're in the upper 40s, and by 2 o'clock, towards the conclusion of the farmers market over at Findlay Market, 55 degrees. It's a place I haven't been to in a hot minute, and I need to check that out. I need to get some veggies myself that we can meal prep for this week. But tell you what, though, forecast looking really nice to go to any farmer's market that is open this time of year, which I know that might be kind of scarce considering it's still winter. But hey, let's take a look at radar and satellite here across the Ohio Valley region. And you'll see some of those clouds that are south of the Ohio River. They were a little bit thicker late last night, but this morning they have since thinned out, and the thinner cloud cover is still in play for areas along and south of the Ohio River, maybe even to portions of Adams County. The thicker cloud cover is kind of right in here. So far southern portions of Owen, Robertson, Lewis counties might be seeing some of that thicker cloud cover. Otherwise, though, the rest of the region here, a lot of sunshine. These little gray dots here, if you can see them, it's maybe hard to tell from your vantage point. So let's move that here full screen. If you see the little dots there, these little dots right in here, those are indicative of fair weather cumulus clouds. Those little puffy clouds you see with the daytime heating. So we can see some of that this afternoon. But otherwise, though, we are looking at a lot of sunshine for your Sunday. A sunny Sunday forecast. A sunny Sunday that's seasonable. And right now you can see temperatures across the region here. Upper 30s to low 40s. Mid 40s down towards Nashville. And then 42 over towards St. Louis. Right now here at home, temperatures ranging anywhere from the mid 30s over towards Richmond, Indiana at 37. 36 still at the Lunken Airport. 43 at Lebanon, Batavia, and in Falmouth. 42 at the Wilmington Air Park there in central Clinton County. And then 38 in Hamilton, 39 Middletown, and in Batesville. And the winds right now, not too bad, pretty manageable. They're on from 5 to maybe 15 miles per hour. And then diving on into this afternoon forecast. Again, a lot of sunshine, looking really, really nice out there for our Sunday. So you can see the high up to 58 degrees. That's 7 degrees above normal for this time of the year. And again, things are looking nice and dry for us here across, not just here in the tri-state, but also all across the region. You can see a lot of sunshine for most in the Great Lakes, Ohio Valley region. The exception, of course, right along Appalachian Mountain Range from Pittsburgh down to Charleston, West Virginia, and then down towards Nashville. Some cloud cover there. But temperatures still quite warm. Low 50s over to our north to the mid 60s to our south and west. And maybe you're traveling today. Maybe you got some friends that are traveling today. Well, good news is that across the region for this afternoon, you can see there, not bad up in Detroit, 57 degrees there and a lot of sunshine. 61 down into Memphis. Atlanta, some scattered showers, maybe some rumbles of thunder, 56. Same for Dallas and New Orleans, upper 50s to upper 60s. Tampa Bay, 80. Really nice there. New York City, some gusty winds, 53. Further off to the west, Minneapolis at 55. Rapid City, South Dakota, 67. 70 in Denver. Mid-70s towards Phoenix, Arizona. And L.A., 66 and sunny. Pacific Northwest, though, looking at some scattered showers there. But Phoenix, Arizona, again, a lot of sunshine there and looking at the mid-70s. And that coincides with the spring training forecast with Goodyear, Arizona temperatures there. 76 degrees by 3:10. Again, this is mountain time on the graphic here. So 3:10 our time will be when that game is against the Los Angeles Angels. And looking really, really nice for that. And for fun, Reds opening day is coming up in just 18 days. It's like Christmas morning here in Cincinnati. Reds opening day parade, and of course, the opening day game itself. So all of that's going to be a lot of fun, and the anticipation, it's right there. It's right there. But we've got pretty nice forecast. Of course, that far out to be determined, but overall, the next 2 weeks looks pretty solid in terms of those temperatures being above normal. And on top of that, more dry than wet. And going into tomorrow, I made this graphic not too long ago. I got to mention it towards the end of the morning news this Sunday morning. But tomorrow, March 10th, it's Mario Day. Reason why is because March 10. March 10th, when March is abbreviated, looks like Mario. And it's a fun graphic. You got Mario here. Temperatures bouncing up to the low to mid 60s for Monday. And so we are looking at really nice conditions continuing into the work week ahead. You know what? I'm just going to show you the temperature trend overall across the region. That way you kind of get familiarity with what we're talking about here. Why I sounded excited about this forecast. So today's high is 58. Tomorrow, 65. Tuesday, 70. 71 Wednesday. 74 Thursday. And by Friday, our warmest day of the 7-day forecast. And that, excuse me, I had a yawn there. 76 degrees on Friday. And then Saturday, that's when we're looking at some scattered showers, maybe some thunderstorms moving in. And then we are going to begin to cool down a little bit going into the week of St. Patrick's Day. And yes, St. Patrick's Day high temperature is going to be only at 52 degrees. So partly cloudy. It does look dry for St. Patrick's Day itself. But the St. Patrick's Parade coming up on Saturday looks to be a little bit impacted because of gusty winds and the chance for some thunderstorms that will be moving in. And we'll show you that here on our forecast model coming up here in a moment. But before we do anything else, let's take a look at our Facebook comments and questions to see if we got anybody chiming in. All right. Got a few people. Andrew saying good morning. Is it going to be a windy day today? No. Today, winds might gust up to 15. Kind of that usual day where when you got a cool morning and a warm afternoon, might get a little bit of a breeze out there, but nothing is going to be substantial. So I would say you can eat outside today with really no issue. Again, maybe a gust of wind at 15. That's about it. Molly says, good morning, Ethan. I guess the groundhog is wrong. Spring vibes early this week. Can't wait for 70 degrees. Cheers, Ethan. Cheers to you as well, Molly. Enjoy your Sunday fun day. Can't wait for longer daylight this evening. Yeah, sunset tonight's not till 7:40. So got several more hours of daylight. Now, again, it's spring forward. It's only 1 hour, but I'm saying several more hours for me because after this, got to do a couple projects, and then I get to go outside and enjoy some of this nice weather here this afternoon. All right, Barb says, good morning, Ethan. Beautiful sunshine out today. Absolutely. Darla says, happy Sunday. It's a sunny morning. Excited for warm weather. And then Bridget asks, is the dirt done falling? Yeah, referring to the dirty rain, if you will, that moved in Friday night into Saturday. Yes, that dust was moved through pretty quick. That precipitation's out of here, and we're not looking at any kind of rain chances for quite some time. So, yes, Bridget, it's out of here. And then Jeff says, no snow. Yeah, we don't have any snow in the forecast here for the next, well, foreseeable future. We'll just put it that way. All right. So let's go ahead and take a look at that forecast model here. As you can see here, we head into Sunday afternoon. Again, a lot of sunshine, quiet conditions. Monday, a lot of sunshine. Tuesday, maybe a few clouds that move in, but otherwise looking mostly sunny to partly cloudy. We go into our Wednesday. Wednesday also dry. Then Thursday, the last couple of days we had a chance of rain on Thursday. I went ahead and removed it because that chance looks more bleak and bleak. It does not look like anything that's going to be an issue. And if anything, maybe a couple of raindrops, but I think it's going to be more dry than anything else on Thursday. So Thursday at this point does look dry. Now Friday, we could see maybe a sprinkle or a light shower in the afternoon. But Friday, again, still looks more dry than anything else. However, Friday night into Saturday morning, this system here we've been keeping an eye on is going to bring in some impacts across the region. It's a pretty strong low pressure system. And timing on this, details on this are still evolving. So this is a day we need to keep an eye on. Saturday will be something we monitor here with the First Alert Weather Team. And this frontal system, as it moves in, it's going to bring in the potential for some heavy rain, some gusty winds on our Saturday. And you can see throughout the Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, scattered showers, thunderstorms moving in. And that severe threat, though it is low for us, it's not zero right now. So we'll show you that map here in a second of the severe weather outlook for Friday and Saturday. And by Sunday, most of the heavy rain will be off to our east. Sunday, we do have a chance for some scattered showers, mainly for the morning hours, but Sunday we'll be seeing temperatures take a dive a little bit compared to what we've got coming up this week. And then Monday, for St. Patrick's Day, as I mentioned, does look dry. St. Patrick's Day Monday itself looks dry. St. Patrick's Parade on Saturday, not so much. So I do want to show you this. Can I turn this on? Okay. So this is the Storm Prediction Center. They go beyond the next 3 days. They go all the way out to day 8, which is about a week from the forecast day. I apologize. Whew, like I said, I didn't sleep really well last night. So anyway, the Storm Prediction Center has these risks they put out. And when they're pretty confident, they do put these out. And this system, as I mentioned, it's a pretty powerful system. And for Friday, they do have a slight risk of severe weather, not for us in the tri-state area, but they do have it extending from basically Grand Rapids, Chicago area, Peoria, all the way down through St. Louis, western Kentucky, Tennessee, all of Arkansas, Mississippi, northwestern Alabama, Louisiana, Texas, and Oklahoma. And again, that's for Friday into Friday night. And for curiosity for us, we don't have any yellow for us. But again, we keep an eye on it because that yellow, that slight risk, not terribly far away. And of course, as I mentioned, this will evolve and change. So again, something we will be monitoring. And then we have Saturday. And with Saturday, the severe risk is much further south, a little more limited. So Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, Tennessee, perhaps into Kentucky. But for us, that severe risk does go down quite a bit because we're going to be inundated with a lot of rain in the region. Moderate to heavy rain, to be exact, especially for areas in eastern Kentucky into West Virginia, southeast Ohio. So we're not looking at much in the way of any big impacts Saturday during the day itself. Friday night into Saturday morning, could be our best odds to see the potential for some gusty winds as well as some heavy rain. Speaking of which, though, I do want to show you a couple of graphics. So let's begin with Friday. Friday, some gusty winds do move in. You can see here, Friday afternoon, we've got wind gusts anywhere from 15 to 25 miles per hour, and even getting close to 30 miles per hour on Friday. Then we head into Saturday. Saturday morning, 5 a.m., wind gusts, potentially over 30 miles per hour. And again, this is just a forecast model, and I say that because you're going to see these numbers and think, whoa, Saturday afternoon. There's a potential for wind gusts to be over 40 miles per hour. In addition with that, rain, thunderstorms. So again, that severe risk is still going to be present. But right now, with how far out it is, there's a lot of question marks. So it's way too early for a first alert weather day for Saturday. Way too early for specifics. Way too early for details on it. What we do know, gusty winds and heavy rain for Saturday. And when it comes to the rainfall, again, we're looking at the potential for heavy rain, particularly on Saturday. So Friday, not a lot, maybe a quarter of an inch of rain. We head into Saturday, though, throughout the day, we could be looking at, especially Saturday night into Sunday, anywhere from a half an inch to more than an inch of rain. And the heaviest of rain on this particular forecast model is in our southeastern locations. Other models have this axis of heavy rain right here, closer to the Cincinnati metro. So again, this is something that's going to be fluid. It's going to change a bit as we get closer. But in the meantime, we are going to be looking at that threat for heavy rain and gusty winds come Friday night through Sunday morning into the tri-state area. And if you're curious, with this impacting potentially Friday, as I mentioned, Friday evening, it's more Friday night for that matter. But for the fish fries coming up, again, this is by the end of the week, we're looking really warm. 75 at 5 o'clock, 7 p.m., 73, 9 o'clock that Friday, 70, and it does look breezy, so keep that in mind. But at this point, let's just take a look at the 7-day forecast. We've talked about, again, pretty dry and warm for the bulk of the work week ahead, but then by next weekend, that's where we are tracking the chances for rain and the chances for those temperatures cooling down a little bit. So today's high is 58, mostly sunny. Monday, sunny and 65. Tuesday, mostly sunny and 70. Wednesday, up to 71 under partly cloudy skies. Same goes for your Thursday, 74. And then Friday, partly cloudy, breezy with a high of 76. And then Saturday, scattered showers and storms and 69 degrees. And do note that the morning temperatures are well above freezing. Now, Monday morning, there is that potential for some patchy frost. Keep that in mind for Monday morning. Monday's going to be one of those days where you're going to need the coat for the morning, but then quickly you'll shed it The kids will shed it for recess and for the bus stop in the afternoon because it is going to be nice and warm and sunny. Then the rest of that, though, otherwise, looking pretty warm, especially for early mid-March. Now we go into the 14-day forecast, and as you can see here, looking pretty good. Average high by Saturday the 22nd is around 55. So we're going to be closer to normal towards the end of the next 14 days. But we are looking at, regardless, temperatures near or above average through this period. So St. Patrick's Day, one of the cooler days. We do get a little bit knocked down because of that system that moves through on Saturday into Sunday. The 18th of March, 60 degrees, 62 for the 19th. First day of spring, spring fashion. Temperatures to the low 60s with scattered showers. And then again, going into that weekend of the 21st and 22nd, we are looking at some chances for some rain here into the Ohio Valley region. But yeah, otherwise, we are looking at a pretty warm 2-week stretch. In fact, the next 3 weeks looks pretty warm. I'll just say that much. So though we do get closer to normal that weekend of the 22nd, temperatures look to get warmer going into that following week. So if you like the spring-like weather, you got plenty of it. If you like the snow, those days are pretty much limited at this point. In fact, I'd say the odds are not looking good to see any more measurable snow days. Now, that being said, a lot of things can change. It's the Ohio Valley after all. But right now, at least in the foreseeable future, the next 2 weeks does not look really good for any kind of snow development here in the tri-state. All right, Donna says, I'm so glad the snow is basically gone. I can't wait for long sunny days and enjoying my flowers in my garden. Yeah, I've noticed a lot of daffodil sprouts have been kind of shooting up. I've noticed other plants are beginning to show a little bit of green, a little bit of life with them. I'm happy with it. Back in the fall, I planted a bunch of clover. So if you follow me on Facebook, I haven't really posted much about it lately. I've just been really busy lately. But last year, I posted a lot about a project of my aunt and uncle's of honeysuckle removal, the really bad invasive honeysuckle. And there's an area that was really bare, and it's not a good spot to grow any kind of trees or shrubs, simply for the distance that it is close to the highway. And so what I've done is, it's on a hillside, it's really bare, and it needs something there because otherwise it's just going to create an erosion issue with washing away dirt into the ditch next to the road, and then that can deepen it, and that causes more issues. So what I've done is I planted a bunch of clover seeds, and it was a little risky because it was just before it got really cold. And I was afraid it wasn't going to last, but I read the bag and it said that, yeah, they're pretty hardy seeds. But to add an extra layer of protection and to help the ecosystem, I did get a bunch of leaves raked up and I kind of spread them out to kind of blanket the seeds. That way it kept them at least warmer, and then also to allow for bugs to, migrate and develop over the winter. And so the next few weeks I'm going to be monitoring it to see when I can remove the leaves. It's recommended to keep the leaves and not rake them away until late April. But though the grass does need to grow there, it's actually really important for that area because otherwise, like I said, it's bare and there's a potential for that mud and stuff to wash away a bunch of stuff. And there's a couple trees that are there, and I want to make sure that all of that is healthy. So something I'm going to have to monitor. But I did see a lot of green. I'll bring all this up to say that, yes, the clover is growing and there's a lot of green. So it does look really, really nice. So at this point, let's take a look at a couple more comments and questions. Andrew says that risk will probably move more east, referring to Friday's risk. And I try to put in the text Friday night because that is for Friday night into Saturday with that system. So, yeah, Andrew, there's that potential. You never know. You got to look at the data, got to look at the updates. It also depends on how much energy is with that because we are entering that period where it's a lot more potential heat, considering the fact that sunset's not until 7:40 starting today. And by that point, it'll be closer to 8 p.m. And so there's a lot more potential heating for the ground that can maintain some of that energy, things that we have to keep an eye on. And then Andrew also adds, groundhogs love clover. They like to eat it. Well, hopefully they don't get too close to it, because otherwise it's really close to the road. But I wanted something that was a bit more native, because the options at the store were either just plain grass or clover, and I wanted something that would encourage pollinators too. So try to be environmentally conscious about the decisions I make whenever I'm doing any kind of gardening stuff. But thank you, Andrew. That's good to know. I didn't know that. Jen said, I heard we could get severe weather Friday into Saturday. Can you recommend a storm radio? Yes. The name escapes me. There is, back when I worked at WBKO, we used to do a little promo about these weather radios. Midland radios, and it starts with an M. So, Jen, I would recommend a Midland radio, weather radio, if that's something that you need to get. They're really good and easy to customize. They're invaluable, considering the fact that they can give you alerts whenever a warning is issued. Also, the First Alert Weather app, you can have the notifications turned on. That way you can get those alerts of rain or lightning or warnings near your location. Right now, though, yeah, Jen, there is a chance Friday night through Saturday, but there are going to be some changes made, because timing of the system, what are going to be the ingredients that we need for severe weather, will all those things be present? Right now, it does look limited, so it looks like it could be an isolated chance, but nothing that looks significant for us right now. That risk looks much further to the south and west. But, as I mentioned, it's fluid. There could be a time period that we need to monitor as we get closer, Jen. Mark says, morning, hope you have a good day. Hey, thanks, Mark. You as well. Darla says, thank you. Hope you have a great Sunday. Try to get out and enjoy this beautiful day. I sure will. I'll probably have the windows down, heading home from work here this afternoon. And then Andrew says, I always plant native flowers to our local area. It's great for the hummingbirds and the bees. Yes, Andrew, absolutely. I need to get more into learning about native flowers. I know mostly the native shrubs and trees, and I'm beginning to learn about grasses. So my other hobby recently, the last couple of years, has been gardening and more of the native types. That way it maintains biodiversity in this region, because there's a lot of non-native invasive species that are threatening that biodiversity, like the Emery honeysuckle shrub, like the Callery pear tree, the stinky pear tree that has the white blooms on it. They're an abomination to this region because they limit growth of oak trees. I've done a couple stories on this. So what I'm saying isn't just my knowledge, but from what I've learned from the interviews I've done with experts. They limit growth of oak trees and other slow-growing deciduous trees. What else is there? There's a lot. Also, out further east where my dad lives, in Highland County, and I'm sure it's also in some parts of, Hamilton County as well, or Claremont County, is the Russian olive bush. Has a little pokey stuff on the limbs, and they take over along the edges of wooded areas and then also to fields. At this point, I'm kind of rambling a little bit about plants. I could do this all day long. Jen says, thank you. But Andrew, that's awesome to hear that. So I need to learn more about native flowers. That's something I want to have to get into this spring. Okay, so I believe we are pretty much all caught up at this point. We've been on here for 30 minutes. So for the latest First Alert forecast updates, you can go to the First Alert Weather app, the 24/7 weather streaming channel. I'm going to have an update pretty soon on fox19.com/weather. And, of course, Meteorologist internationally is going to do some tweaks probably to this First Alert forecast. She's got you covered coming up tonight at 6 o'clock for 19 at 6. And, of course, has you covered tonight at 10 o'clock on Fox 19, I believe, with Courtney King. That'd be a lot of fun. They get to work together for the... No, she worked with her back on Thursday. But yeah, should be a lot of fun for that. Okay, that's going to do it for us here on this Sunday edition of our 19 at 10:15 weekend morning weather show. Appreciate all of you who've been joining us, and we'll be talking about storms coming up next Saturday morning and showers. And again, for more details, we'll have to just wait and see as we get a little bit closer. We'll provide those updates, of course, right here on Fox 19. Have a splendid Sunday afternoon. Enjoy the warmth and enjoy the forecast coming up this work week.